But we begin with breaking news in the race for New York City mayor. Mayor Eric Adams has endorsed his one-time foe, Andrew Cuomo.
I'm fighting for the family of New York. That's why I'm here today, to endorse Andrew Cuomo.
And good afternoon, I'm David Navarro.
And I'm Liz Cho. The question now is, how much will the endorsement help Andrew Cuomo, if at all? Zohran Mamdani maintains a commanding lead in the polls with just 2 days until the start of early voting.
Eyewitness News reporter Burkett live in East Harlem with much more. NJ.
Yeah, and right, Dave, as Liz said a moment ago, if at all. You know, there was a time, and you remember this, Dave, last month, when Mayor Adams stood outside Gracie Mansion and in a tirade, he called Andrew Cuomo a snake and a liar, furious over what he saw as a conspiracy to push him out of the race. That was then. This is now.
It seemed unthinkable just a few weeks ago, but within the hour, Mayor Adams stood outside a public housing complex in Harlem and endorsed Andrew Cuomo.
This is going to be a raw, buckle fight on the streets, one block at a time, one building at a time, and we're ready to take it on. And that's why I'm here today. So yes, while you criticize Andrew and you called him names, you know what, and he called me names. But you know what? Now it's time to fight for the family, and I'm going to fight for the family with Andrew Cuomo as the next mayor of the city of New York.
Zohran is an existential threat to New York City, and we all have to do our best to make sure that Zohran does not become the next mayor. And the mayor put his own personal ambition and ego aside to make sure he's doing everything he can to make sure that New York remains New York.
It all comes after what was widely acknowledged as a strong debate performance last night by the former governor, who slammed Zohran Mamdani over his resume.
I did things. You have never had a job. You've never accomplished anything. There's no reason to believe you have any merit or qualification for 8.5 million lives. You don't know how to run a government. You don't know how to handle an emergency.
He's a desperate man, lashing out because he knows that the one thing he's always cared about, power, is now slipping away from him.
Mamdani tried to cast Cuomo as desperate, but found himself on the defensive for much of the night. Here's what he told reporters today.
You know, I think last night's debate is instructive. I spent 90 minutes on stage with Andrew Cuomo, and I, like many here, could tell you his critiques of me, his critiques of Curtis Sliwa, but I could not tell you what he was actually running on to deliver for this city.
Now, among those who is not surprised is the Republican candidate, Curtis Sliwa, who branded both Cuomo and Adams as corrupt. And he will have much more on the endorsement and more on what appears to be a growing uproar over some remarks that the former governor made on WABC radio this morning. Again, more on that part of the story coming up on Eyewitness News at 6 o'clock tonight. For now, we're live in Harlem. NJ Burkett, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.